Hey Trombones, on today's lesson page 8, different steps, we're going to be talking about half steps and whole steps, as well as reviewing cut time from last week's page 7, and also talking about an alternate position for the note F. So let's get started and talk about our subject of today's lesson, the half step and the whole step. On the piano keyboard, the distance between any two notes or any two adjacent keys that's notes that are next to each other, they're called half steps. And in our accent book, we see a diagram of a piano keyboard. And we see white keys and black keys, and any two notes that are adjacent, meaning next to each other, immediately next to each other, are called half steps. That might be from a white key to a black key, or it might be from a black key to a white key. One other combination, it could be a white key touching a white key, in the instance of B and C and E and F. Those are referred to as half steps. A whole step involves jumping over an adjacent key to the note next to that, which would be from, say, F to G, from G to A, or even from G sharp to A sharp. So we're going to be using half steps and whole steps. How does that transfer to the trombone? Well, to the trombone, it's really quite easy. Any note that is in one position next to another note, for instance, 3 and 2, or 3 and 4, they are half steps. When you jump numbers in the position, you get whole steps. So I hope that's been helpful, and I hope that you'll refer to your diagram on the top of page 8. Let's jump into our first playing example, which reviews cut time, and our first playing example is number 21, different steps. Remember that in cut time, or 2-2 time, the values of our notes are reduced in half. Whole notes receive 2 beats, half notes receive 1, quarter notes receive a half of a beat, and eighth notes receive 1/4 of a beat. I've got my metronome for number 21 set at 86 beats per minute, or moderato, and I'm going to jump right in and start playing. Keep in mind, we're going to need our B flats for number 21. We won't need E flats. We'll need E naturals in second position. Here we go. Our first pitch is the note F, and then our second pitch is the note E natural. 1, 2, 1 and 2, and ready, begin. You may have noticed in measure 4, I used the position 6th position for the note F, which is often played in first position. That's because in number 21, we're already using, in the gold box on the top of the page, an alternate position for F. F can be played in first position or in 6th position. You'll need to use your ear to make sure that your 6th position F is in tune with where it would be in first position. Let's play that number 21 again. Remember those E naturals in second position. And also, there's an A natural in second position as well. 1 and 2, and ready, and go. There you have it. I'm going to move on to number 22, up on the housetop next. This one's marked vivace, so I'm going to change my metronome to vivace, which is 132 beats per minute. That's really quick. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you're probably familiar with that melody. Keep in mind, you're going to be probably challenged to use some 6th position F naturals, look at measure 4, you'll see what I mean. Those alternate positions, you'll use one of them there. Also, we have B flats and E flats. So our E will come back to third position. If we have an A, we would play it in second. Here we go. Good luck. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, Vivace is very fast, and perhaps it's too fast for you at this moment. What I recommend is that you press pause on this video, set your metronome at a speed that's more comfortable for you to get better and practice at the up on the housetop exercise. Try 120 or even 110 and see if you can do it at that tempo, then gradually increase the speed. I often recommend increasing it in 5s or even in 10s. If it's still too fast, drop it down to maybe 100 beats per minute until you work out that muscle memory of where the slide needs to be. I'm going to move on to our Zoom Gali Gali duet now. This Israeli folk song has a part A and a part B. I'll play part A the first time. You can join me, or you can jump right ahead and play part B. And then I'll stop and I'll play part B, and you can either join me or this time you can play part A. A couple things about Zoom Gali Gali, the duet, is I see that we have 4 flats. B flats, E flats in third position, A flats in third position, and then D flat. That's a note on the third line, but it's in 5th position. Often we play D in 4th, but this is D flat, as required by the key signature. So we'll be in 5th position for our D flats. I'm going to change my metronome to allegretto, and I'm going to bounce it down a little bit as well. I'm going to take it to 90 beats per minute, which is really on the higher end of moderato. But because of the moving the slide positions for part A, I think I'll be more helpful to you if I bounced it down to around 90 beats per minute. So here we go. Zoom Gali Gali, part A. Watch out for all those flats. B flats, E flats, A flats, and 5th position D flats. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. You might have an opportunity to use that alternate F in 6th position. I know I will, especially in measure 2. 1, 2, and ready, go. How'd you do? Go back and check through those notes if you made some errors. Be careful on the A flats and be careful on the E flats as well. Also, take a listen to the rhythms in this piece too. We've got a few measures where the rest is on beat 1, so you'll need to put that in place. Rest, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Great, I'm going to move on to part B. And in this part, I know I'll get to play some E naturals. I know I'll get to use my alternate F sharp, my alternate F in 6th position because it's telling me so. So here we go. Part B. 1, 2, ready, All right, now we'll move on to our final example, number 24, accent on theory, identifying half steps and whole steps. This kind of reviews what we talked about at the very beginning, and you might need to use the piano diagram at the top of the page. Or if you're a trombone player, you can really review by using your slide positions. It says label the half steps and label the whole steps. I'll give you the first one. From F to E natural is a half step. I know that on trombone because I'm going from first position to second position, and my half steps are when I move in incremental positioning. But if I were to skip a position, then I would know it's probably a whole step. So go ahead and label those. Let's play it. I'm going to keep my metronome at 90 beats per minute. Here we go. E natural. And 1, 2, ready, go. There are a few notes in there I want to review with you as a trombonist. The first note is F in first position and then E natural in second. But in the second measure, we've got an F sharp. That's fifth position. Then G in fourth position. A in second position is in our third measure, followed by a B natural. That note, if you don't know, is in fourth position. Then we've got a half note C in third position, followed by a D in first position, a C in third position, then a B flat half note in first position. Our final three notes are A in second position, G in fourth position, and F half note in first position. Go ahead and play that example again on your own with your metronome set at 90 beats per minute. Be sure to use a pencil and log your half steps and whole steps and draw those in as well. So I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you'll practice through this lesson a few times on your own and maybe join me some more for some more review. I'll see you again soon. Keep practicing.